We now come to that point in the program when we really have many thanks to say, and to do that very ably, Dr. Lundy Richards, Director of the National Laboratory Services, will come forward.
Thank you, Madam Master of Ceremony. Dr. Carissa F. Etienne, Director, Pan American Health Organization. Mr. Joseph Gregor, proud husband of the Director. Minister Ferguson, Permanent Secretary. Other members of the head table. Members of the Diplomatic Corps. Representing the military and the police, that is Dr. Gail Ranglin Edwards and Dr. Goldburn, Custos Harding, mayors, members of the Consular Corps, heads of international organizations, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of the clergy that are here, certainly our youth, boys and girls, and those who are adolescents, the media, our partners and sponsors, and of course, audience all in Jamaica, across the world, and from the tundra in the north, in Canada, hasta la Tierra del Fuego in Argentina. Welcome, everybody. It is still, I think, morning. But first, I wish to give God thanks for this day filled with cool breeze amidst the golden sunlight with the backdrop of clear blue skies, the lush green environs, and to grant us the favor to host this opening ceremony without aggression from the elements. Director, Jamaica wishes to thank you and the Pan American Health Organization for us being selected as host country of this 10th anniversary of World Blood Donor Day. We are indeed honored to have had the opportunity to share this momentous moment with the rest of the world. And of course, to demonstrate our pioneering in the field of transfusion medicine. While you were presenting, Director, I tried to make some notes. However, there were so many things of equal importance that you spoke about, but there are 2 or 3 that resonate with me. One, it's that over 350,000 women die every year for reasons they should not die, because most of them die because of complications of pregnancy, most often due to the shortage of blood. We have it in us to give, Director. You spoke of the universal need. Therefore, Jamaica is not unique in this regard, and we assure you that we are putting in the various mechanisms to allow us to grow from such low percentage to 100% by 2020. You spoke also of the efficient use of blood, minimizing wastage, and maximizing every unit of blood. We are indeed on our way to achieving this. Minister, I wish to thank you who have led the team from the Ministry of Health and given us insight and guidance as we prepared for this international event. I also wish to extend thanks to the PAHO Jamaica office that has been very, very close to the Ministry of Health in collaborative activities that has been further strengthened through the holding of this event. PAHO was not only instrumental in the planning of the event, but also courtesies of PAHO, the worldwide web streaming was courtesy of that office. And I want to special thanks to PAHO. Gratitude also to our partners and sponsors. And this morning I wish to mention the National Health Fund. As we'll notice at the end of the program, they will be handing over a bus. And not on the program, they will also be handing over in short order 6 blood donor coaches. And this will enhance the system as we move towards this target of 100% voluntary blood donation. Thank you, our partners. Special thanks to the World Blood Donor Day Steering Committee, ably led by my colleague, Dr. Angela Scott, Director of the National Blood Transfusion Service, for directing and seeing to the full implementation of this activity. To a hard-working team that has been in and out with sleepless nights and agitation and some losing weight, that I've been seeing to the final act. I wish to extend great thanks for the work you have done in putting together this event. Chief of Protocol, Office of the Prime Minister, Foreign Affairs, we should thank you for all the guidance and the steps you have provided throughout this process. Mrs. Isabel Magnus, retired, rehired, 65 years and going. And she's not too far away from the century either. We wish to, Jamaica is grateful to have had a daughter like you who is keeping the system still going. Our voluntary blood donors, every time you give a unit of blood, at least 3 lives are saved. So therefore, you can begin to count how many lives each of those individuals here would have saved during their tenure. I wish to express thanks to the security forces that have maintained order, to the cadets. We saw them marching up during the flag ceremony this morning. Of course, thanks also to the JCDC that has worked behind the scene and in front of the scene in organizing some of the beautification that we have seen, and certainly for organizing our cultural presenters that were Vaz Prep and Miss Neal. Many thanks to Emancipation Park, National Housing Trust, and the many vendors that have provided the infrastructure for this event. Thank you to the media for broadcasting this message. Thank you to the audience here in Jamaica and the world for your kind attention. But special thanks to Dr. Marian Ducasse. She has an exquisitely long title, but today she has been chairing this particular program. But I just said to her that without her, this event would not have been as it is today. Thank you very much, Dr. Ducasse. So as we culminate this world event, the takeaway message is that to us as Jamaicans, to the world and director, through your organization, we have developed a 5-year strategic plan, one that is in keeping with the regional plan for blood safety. We assure you that we will grow our blood system so that we will achieve the target of 100% voluntary donation, and then also to ensure sufficiency, we will double the amount of blood we intend to collect by 2020. And so as we join those about 60 countries in the world that has gone to 100% voluntary repeat blood donation, let us keep in mind that sufficiency in the blood supply, safe blood, is part of the whole thrust towards universal access to health services. Thank you all. Muchas gracias a todo el mundo.